you're watching Juice TV NZOWN. Today we are joined by someone who's come all the way from Wellington, Kathryn Baker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Kathryn, among other things today we're going to talk about your debut solo album, Just Straight. Do you want to tell us a little bit about when you started actually getting to work on that?
Okay, well the process began about May last year with just lots of writing, collating works to be put on the album. At the time I didn't have a band, so the music was very raw, pretty much just lyrics, chords, guitar and that sort of thing. So when I went into the studio, I had to build all of the songs from the bass up, which took a long time, and it's quite hard compared to just having a band, having it all sorted and just go in and record it. So it took a while, a few months, and I was working very closely with local Wellington producer Timothy Armstrong.
Yep.
And he's absolutely amazing musical mind, and he just made the process really smooth and came out with a really great result.
Now, obviously, you're the person who comes up with all the ideas. You're the one that's you've come up with the original songwriting for that song. Like, is that how you imagined it being originally, or is it kind of changed and evolved?
I don't know. I'm not even sure I had an idea in my head when I was writing the songs what they would come out like. I was just writing what was inside me, what was in my heart would just come out on the paper, and it would kind of be an adventure to figure out how it was going to turn out, if I was going to take a more of a rock or a heavy line for the song, or if it was going to be very mellow and very calm. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the outcome, and I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted when I went into it, so it was an adventure.
Awesome. I'd like to find out a little bit more about when you first started writing music. Like, where do you come from and when did you first start writing?
Okay, I'm originally from Taranaki, and I first started writing songs when I was about 14.
Oh, wow.
Because I'd always been very interested in music, loved listening to it, 24/7, and I just started, I guess, writing poems, and then from there you put some of the poetry to music, and there you have it.
Is that guitar that you were playing, or other instruments?
At the time I didn't play anything, but my brother played guitar, and I'd give him, things that I thought, oh, this would be a verse, this would be a chorus, and he'd put chords to it. But I picked up the guitar when I was about 17 or 18, and then I started writing songs quite heavily from there on.
So lyrically, kind of what is Kathryn Baker focused on the album?
Okay, my lyrics, I try and be really honest with my lyrics, mostly made from observations about people I care about. For example, the song Lullaby was written about one of my friends in high school that committed suicide.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and the chorus is basically, if you expire by your hand, which is, like to kill yourself, and you'll rob me of my friend. And I guess suicide is an issue where people are only focused on their own hurt, and they don't realise how taking their life can really affect the people around them.
Yeah, it is quite a selfish act.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and there's another song, is it Mourning
a Brother?
Yeah.
That song was written about one of my brothers. It was a time in our lives where there was a lot of conflict, and yeah, it was written in a time of deep and very real emotion, and I released it on the album because we're totally okay now. So, I didn't really want to release it out of spite or anything like that, but it just turned out to be a really, really good song.
Now, your latest single, Weak, says, I want to be weak in your arms. Now, I was listening to that and thinking, she sounds like a pretty strong person to me. What's this all about?
Well, it's written in a couple of different layers, one of which, would be the obvious, being weak in someone's arms is just being, allowing yourself to be vulnerable with a person that you really care about, which I think in today's society people really fear intimacy, and they don't realise that when you find someone that you can trust and you choose to be vulnerable with them, that's where you find a lot of strength in the relationship.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that song's about.
Excellent. Well, look, Kathryn, thank you so much for talking to us today on NZOWN. Just before we go, you've got a couple of dates coming up in New Plymouth and Wellington, is that right?
Yes, yep. I've got a couple of gigs at San Francisco Bathhouse, which is more along the lines of an acoustic lounge, and I've got a full band gig up in New Plymouth on July 26th, supporting bands yet to be confirmed, but it should be a really good night. Yeah,
that'll be taking it back to your home.
Yeah, hometown gig. It should be good. Catch up with a few people I haven't seen since high school.
And also, people can check out your website and your MySpace page. Now, I have to say your website's pretty cool.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on there. If you want to download some videos or check out some of the desktop wallpapers and think about Kathryn while you do it, then go and check out the website. What's the address again?
It's kathrynbakermusic.com.
Cool. And your MySpace
is www.myspace.com/Kathryn Baker Music.
Great. And that's also where you can check out some of the songs that Kathryn has written, many of them which are on the album Just Straight. Now, you can buy the album in stores now, and also digitally. Where's that available?
That in New Zealand is amplifier.co.nz.
Sweet. Brilliant. Well, it's been fantastic talking to you today, and we're going to check out the video now for your latest video.
Awesome.
This is Kathryn Baker with Week. You're watching NZOWN.